Afternoon. Coach Chris Oliver joins me here now, high above Blue Raiders Stadium. And Coach, that was another impressive performance by your men down there today. Great week last week, and another against two really good football teams.
Yeah, I mean, we played really well today, and I just was singing the praises of our prep teams to the team afterwards. Obviously we talked about the importance when you play an option team. It's just so hard to simulate that in practice, and that's one of the challenges, is not just coming up with a game plan of how you want to go about defending it, but getting your guys to be able to show that look and have it somewhat close to what game day and the speed and all those things will look like. And I thought our prep offense did a great job. And then on the other side of the ball, this is a team that was going to blitz us and bring pressures and bring D-line movement more than any of the other previous 5 teams we've played. We had some really intricate blitzes and things that our prep defense had to do. And we just had a great look all week. And you just can't go out in college football and play well on Saturday and play, great on Saturday like we have today without getting that great practice time. And our young guys, there's so much that goes on behind the scenes that people never see. And that is such a huge aspect of winning successful college football.
I know one of the stat lines, and you brought it up when we were doing our pregame show earlier today, one of the stats that you seemed to be pretty concerned with was the fact that their defense only had to go up against 58.5 plays per game this season. And the fact that you had 65 plays compared to their 63, that went a long way in winning this football game today.
Yeah, I think so. And I think at halftime, I believe we had 27 plays, and I was hoping to be closer to 35. Just going into the game, hoping we were going to approach 70 or so plays. But, the way that we moved the ball and
Patrick Oliver makes his
Patrick Oliver's back and he's gone. The way that we moved the ball, was really good. So we didn't run quite as many plays as we wanted in the first half, but it was probably more because we were efficient. And I'm really pleased with how our offense played.
One of the things that this team, and every team's different throughout the year, but one of the things this team has been really good at is delivering some serious blows to the team at opportune times. I think of the fact that you go 99 yards and score right before the half, and then you come right out and score again right out of the locker room. Cumberland's not a team that can put up a ton of points. We knew that coming in, and the fact that you put those two drives together at a point when you were up by 14, I think that kind of took the wind out of their sails.
Yeah, you're exactly right. You play an option team, and if you can get a lead, if you can get a 2-3 score lead against an option team that is limited in how much they can throw the ball from a traditional set, that's a big advantage for you, and that's what happened today. And you're right. I mean, that the last 3.5 minutes of the first half, where our defense got that stop, and then the offense came out and we hit a couple big plays. I can't remember when we faked the punt. Was it that time, or I don't know when it was, but we had the big plays, and then we came out, and all of a sudden Terrell Cole makes a big catch on their sideline, and Josh Lewis is running up our sideline, and a great throw from Cameron Dukes. That was certainly, I hate to say a dagger, but that was one that was going to be tough to overcome. And then you hit the nail on the head. We come out at halftime, and we go right down the field and score, and that was probably it.
Blue Raiders win it by a score of 48-6. How big was that fourth down stand before not allowing them to get into the end zone before half?
Yeah, it was huge, and you talk about just changing the whole dynamic of the game, and kind of taking the will out from them. And anytime you can convert a fourth down or convert a fake punt or something like that, those are such huge momentum swings. So you get a fourth down stop, that's like creating an extra turnover for our defense. And I think that really took their will, and then we come back and score. And, that was certainly a huge momentum swing for today.
One of the things that we don't do a ton of, and it's because this is such a balanced team and so many good players across that makes it a team win. There were some guys out there today that really, I thought, played maybe their best game. I thought Cameron Dukes, he was on target for most of the day today. And I think the wide receivers went up and made some spectacular catches, but I thought he managed the game very, very well.
Yeah, my feeling is right now that it was probably his most consistent game of the year. I know we went down to Warner and we had some big passing yards and some big plays, but a lot of that was guys making plays after the catch, and that's part of the offense. There's nothing wrong with that. We'll take that. But I thought he managed the game the way that we wanted, much better today. Got us in and out of protections that we wanted to be. A week ago, we had, he made a spectacular play on a blitz that we missed inside. Well, the thing that not everybody else knows is that that was a protection call that we should have made differently at quarterback. So that was something that we just did much better today. I thought Cameron was very consistent.
And Jay Godlock was, a lot of times I call him the kind of the security blanket of Bukes, getting those 8 to 10 yard catches over the middle. But boy, he went outside and went up and got a big catch into double coverage, and then got free on up the sideline. It just had a spectacular day. 3 touchdowns, matching a couple of guys that Chaz Barnes and Matt Powers for all-time program records. So that's impressive.
Yeah, I mean, Jay's playing great. We talked about him a week or two ago, just how solid he was in the spring, and he came into camp in great shape and had a great training camp, and you're seeing those things pay off. But Jay's a guy that creates opportunities for himself with his route running. And it's fun to see that, and he's bought in to all those other aspects of blocking, and he's just as happy when someone else gets a big play, and it's fun to see that. And we have a lot of guys on offense that have that mentality.
Defensively, your defensive line was spectacular today. They really, I'll have to go back and look and see how many negative plays that Cumberland had rushing the football today, but that unit really won the line of scrimmage today.
Yeah, I thought they did a great job, and I thought that it's the best we've ever played against the option. In the time that we've had this program, and I thought we had a great plan, and the kids executed. And sometimes your plan against the option isn't terribly complicated, and ours wasn't. But you have to mix up your looks, and I thought we did a good job of that. And exactly the defensive line, but then it takes the linebackers, the safeties fitting those things, and you got to have the dive and the quarterback player and the pitch player. So certainly the defensive line did an outstanding job, but I thought really again our front seven and then those safeties fitting especially did an outstanding job.
Coach, great win today against a very, very good football team.
We're playing good football, and we got to keep it going.
That's LWC head football coach Chris Oliver. Blue Raiders win it by a score of 48-6 back in 30. This is Blue Raider football on the Lindsey Wilson Sports